The cow's hoof got stuck in a cobblestone. A long-awaited rinse while you're squatting in the bathroom will definitely bring you a different kind of surprise. Such a huge stone stuck between the toes. No wonder the cow could barely walk. Luckily, it wasn't completely jammed. It could be pulled out directly by hand. It's hard to imagine what it feels like to have such a huge stone lodged in the grinder takes the lead, directly grinding down the hoof sole, smoothing out all the uneven surfaces. But there are still many small defects that can't be removed just by grinding. Next comes the hoof trimmer's next step. The grinding phase is temporarily switching to a more handy scraper. As usual, he starts trimming from the inner claw first, shaving the horn downward, which is basically equivalent giving the cow an arch support. The tiny rust-colored spots under the scraper gradually disappear bit by bit. The arch on the left toe is also completed. Then he returns to the edge of the white line. This black line mark also needs to be scraped away. Luckily, the mark didn't penetrate deep into the dermis. A few scrapes were enough to remove it completely. The thick hoof horn is cleaned up thoroughly without much issue. Then he switches to the cow's other hoof, again starting with the grinder. First grinding down the hoof sole, which also helps create proper hoof balance. The inner claw on the left toe looks severely diseased, but before treating it, he first smooths out the supporting area. Switching to the scraper, he starts cutting around the lesion, scraping along the inner claw. Based on years of experience, there's probably a large ulcer hidden inside. Organic waste invaded and caused an infection. As the condition worsened over time, the tissue layer rotted more and more severely. As an experienced veteran hoof trimmer, he usually treats ulcers conservatively, first isolating the ulcer by scraping around so the medicine can work more effectively. The downward scraping changes to upward smooth out the horn above the ulcer. As usual, the supporting area is handled first, heating glue and attaching the hoof pad in one smooth process. Then bringing over the hose to rinse the hoof again. Now, that must feel incredibly comfortable. The clean hoof now looks much clearer. The scraper continues with the final cleanup around the edges. There's also one long oversized claw that gets ground down as well. Watch the river. The claw on the other side looks even worse. It has already rotted into a terrible state. The guy carefully trims it, cutting away all the dead tissue on the surface. Once everything is fully treated, he sprays disinfectant and rinses it. Then applies some green medicinal solution to help relieve the cow's pain, wrapping it up with gauze. Another perfect day of healing a cow.